Okay, Sheridan, thanks so much for visiting with us today. We appreciate it. Let's start off and talk a little bit about Second Step and why you find ISTE to be an important show for your company.
So, second step being present at ISTE, I suppose, could be the obvious in that our K 12 curriculum is offered through a technology tool. But what we feel is the most valuable lesson to be taught while folks are coming up to our booth at ISTE is that we actually are building those foundational human skills where students can develop things such as digital well being as they engage in all of these great tools that so many of these partners are offering. Those foundational skills are what help students to be successful in those core content areas. And so, Second Step does a really great job through our technology platform of delivering that content on the side of the teacher in a very flexible, easy way and an engaging part for the student.
So I noticed the strengthening human skills. While this is a technology show, your company seems to be certainly have an emphasis on the human side of things. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So, human skills, as I mentioned, is very foundational of those classroom experiences that students have. That student experience is continuing to change and evolve, and human skills will continue to change and evolve with that as well. Our goal is to set those students up for how they want to show up in the classroom so that they can have those experiences of really strong problem solving skills, communication skills, resilience, empathy, so that they're grounded in those things that they need to be successful in ELA, math, and reading.
Yeah.
And our evidence study that we just released actually proves this to be true. So we worked with districts across the country, about 242 sites, and around 25,000 students. And our evidence study shows that through a implementation of Second Step with high fidelity, things like school culture significantly improve, student behavior, less referrals, less discipline problems, student engagement through academics. Our study showed that there was a significant improvement in English language arts. And so, not only is our curriculum based on research studies and foundational in everything that we do, but the evidence has shown that that's actually a very effective tool to be using alongside all of these other great technology pieces out there.
Yeah. And you look at the name of the company, Second Step. You've mentioned second tier intervention. For some of our readers and some of our listeners, that might be new language. Can you kind of break that down for what that means?
Sure. Second Step's core curriculum is a Tier 1 prevention tool that's developed for K 12 school districts. But within that, we know that there are students who are going to need deeper dives and differentiated instruction into each of those human skills where they need a little bit further help with. And so those tiered interventions are designed to be delivered by an educator in the classroom in a different type of setting, accessed in the same exact platform. So the kids who maybe need a deeper dive into something like executive functioning can have a small group experience with an educator that allows them to build that muscle even in a stronger way. And because it's all found in the same platform and has a leader dashboard that gives them the data they need for which students have been engaged in what lessons, it really informs that teacher better about what those needs are for each of those kids.
Yeah. And how is this implemented? Is at a school level, at a district level? Talk about how our readers could see this being implemented within their district.
So, Second Step is designed to be flexible in its implementation. So, it can be implemented directly in the classroom with the lead teacher, giving those lessons once a week, and then designed to have supplemental activities to go alongside that throughout the week. It can be a counselor led type of implementation where the counselors are pushing in to the classrooms and delivering the content alongside that classroom teacher.
Yeah.
A lot of times in the middle schools, we see that it's implemented during the advisory periods. The same is true for high school, but we also at the high school level see a lot of really strong implementations that happen through perhaps maybe the health courses and starting at that ninth grade level. And then again, there's so many different resources within the tool that those teachers can use to pull in during the content lessons that they have for math, for science, for reading, so that that student has a whole experience and can put those skills into practice.
Yeah. For our readers, our listeners who aren't able to be here in person at ISTE, any particular news or announcements this year that you're excited about?
Yes. So, Second Step, actually, we are releasing our tiered interventions for the first time this coming school year. Really excited about that. We also are releasing our evidence study results. that I mentioned, where we have found that across 25,000 students in 240 different sites, that there has been improvement in student academic achievement and engagement, school culture, improved absenteeism by 2.5 days. That 2.5 days translates to dollars for districts. So using a tool that helps bring kids to the school feeling like they belong there and want to be engaged is super important, not only for student academic success, but for budgeting purposes for districts as well. So we're really excited about these new things that are coming out.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. It sounds like you have a lot of work ahead of you, but your work seems very important in terms of the worthwhile of students around the country. So
Thank
thanks
you.
for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.